content. So, welcome to my How to Miss Your Flight ride vlog. If you watch my Phuket vlog, you already know I missed another flight. At least this time, it was the one home. First thing to do when you miss your flight is to simply extend your stay. It's simple girl math. I already have the expenses of booking a super expensive last minute flight, so why not stay another week and make the best out of it? So next morning I got up early to get a speedboat to Koh Phi Phi. I expected this to be a calm boat ride like yesterday, but it was terrifying. I felt like my suitcase is gonna fly out of the boat. But I made it there safely, and since I only had a few hours on the island, I left my luggage at the pier. It looked very sketchy, but it's not like I had any other options. I rented a kayak at the beach for only 200 baht and got on my way to Monkey Beach. Just a few seconds after I got in the water, I saw a turtle swimming next to me. And since swimming with turtles is on my 2025 bucket list, I tried to follow her, but she was too fast. When I got to the Monkey Beach, it was already quite busy. There were a few monkeys around, but I quickly started feeling bad for being there. The crowd started surrounding around the monkeys as soon as they got closer, and I would have been so annoyed and overwhelmed. So I left the monkeys and went for a swim in the aquamarine blue water until I had to get back and get on a boat. Which gets us to step 2, adding a new destination. Again, very easy girl math. You already have unexpected expenses, so why not check a destination off the bucket list? My plan was to get back to the pier and take the boat to Krabi, but things didn't go exactly as planned.
So I made it to Krabi. Before that, when I was kayaking, I tried to get my drone up to take video. I know you can see the static from like bird view with kayaking, really nice. Right? I took it out. I wasn't too afraid of the phone stuff because I was over 3%. But before that, as soon as the drone took off, it just switched from the mode I put it into auto mode and flew into the ocean. It just flew away from me and committed suicide. So my drone lives now in the ocean. And I'm not even pissed off because of the drone, because the GI is gonna send me a review through the drone. They didn't say that, but they are going to do that because otherwise I'm gonna cry. I'm not pissed off because of the footage I had on there and couldn't download because it takes fucking ages to download that footage. So I also don't know how many videos from my vacation, and not the drone because they're gonna send me a new one. Not in Krabi, in like a place close to Krabi. I don't even know how I got here. I just looked for a hostel and this was the cheapest party so I could try. But I didn't know thing. I don't even know. I have no clue. Today was a mess, but I saw monkeys and I saw a fucking turtle. Yeah. So could be worse.
The first and cheapest hotel showed up and ended up in a town outside of Krabi called Ao Nang. And obviously the first thing I did had to be watching the sunset at the beach. I usually would be super annoyed by crowded beaches, but it was quite impressive how many people sat there to watch the sunset. It looked like a cinema. After I got back to the hostel, I went out for food, some good music and a fancy drink to process that day, which evidently worked, but left me hungover the next morning. So I just had a chill day and went to Reilly Beach with some girls that I met at the hostel. You have to get a long-tail boat from Ao Nang Beach to get there, and it was quite busy, but the views were just stunning. We spent the afternoon there, but unfortunately we had to leave during sunset since the last boat left at 6. After getting back, we watched a fire show. I got a pizza and went to bed early. The next day my energy was recharged and I was ready to make the best out of my last few days. So I decided to book every trip nearby in the night to make up for my missed flight. I got picked up and we drove to a shooting range, but that wasn't what I was there for. I came for the off-road ATV-Tour. I kind of hoped I could just drive around Railey, but it was like a guided tour. It was still super fun. I got completely dirty, so I had to get back to get changed before going on my second trip that day. I decided to visit an elephant sanctuary, which is a bit of a controversial topic, as some feel like animals shouldn't be working and a lot of sanctuaries don't treat the animals right. So please inform yourself about the sanctuary before you visit. All sorts of touching or riding is not ethical. We got instructions on how to treat the elephants and about their background. Then we got to feed the 4 elephants. And it's honestly quite impressive to just watch the elephants eat and move. This one was the youngest and he was dancing around all the time. I got back to town and found the cutest souvenir. For only 70 baht you could get your custom passport cover, so I picked the charms and color I wanted and she attached them in just a few minutes. After that I walked to the end of the beach to a monkey trail I found on Google Maps, and it actually had a lot of monkeys. It had way less people than at Monkey Beach. I even got to see some monkey fights, which was quite amusing. I then went for a beach walk and sat in the real-time sunset cinema for a bit until I went for dinner at Reeve Beach Club. They had us spending the night, so it's probably not the best spot to go by yourself, but I was hungry enough to eat for 2. The food was delicious and the prices were pretty alright for a tourist spot. I watched my 9th fire show and even ended up getting some company. The next day I woke up early to go on a last trip. We drove to the jungle and got buckled up to go ziplining. And the park had around 10 different ziplines with crazy views. I loved ziplining as a child but never did it again, and it was so much fun. Until we had to climb this ladder and I remembered that I'm scared of heights. But it got worse because the next activity was abseiling, and I kind of started panicking that the rope couldn't hold me. So the beginnings were a bit tricky, but once I got into it, it was super fun. It actually ended up being the best part of my trip. Then we got to the second zone of the park, which included the longest zipline they had. That was 250 meters, which was also the one I got stuck on and had to push myself back. I got back to Ao Nang and it was time to get on my way back to Bangkok. Hi, so I made it to Bangkok after 15-16 hours and I'm so fucking tired. I actually had a really nice time in Thailand and the flight is tonight, so I'm gonna spend the day doing everything I didn't get to do the last 3 times I were in Bangkok. I couldn't believe I've been here 3 times already. And then I'm gonna take my flight home.